to another video and the most awaited one, the most awaited discussion around the corners in the world of cricket right now, or to be more precise, the Indian cricket, is the Asia Cup and the squad selection. So the first and the foremost question would be for me, from my end, will be to Shubhro. And the question is that do you think that the squad selection of Asia Cup is the curtain raiser sort of for the World Cup in the near future? So what are your views on that?
No, I don't think so, because of the fact that after the Asia Cup there are several T20Is for India. There are several scopes for these players to struggle in their knocks. There are certain periods of time where the players will find their rhythm in various departments of the game, with the ball, with the bat, with the field. I think the biggest chunk of this side will make it to the World Cup, no doubt about it. But I see a few players, going out of the squad, and a few making their come back into the side. So I don't think it's going to be absolutely copy paste. A couple of players there, aren't you? There who are going to make into the squad at some point of time. I mean, Shreyash is there. Someone who has been in the news since the Asia Cup squad has come. But if you ask me personally, am I surprised? Absolutely not. I'm not surprised with Shreyash exclusion at all from the squad.
Why would you say, sorry to interrupt, but why would you say that you are not surprised? Yeah.
Well, the fact that, as Agarkar said, you need to keep someone out of the side to bring someone in, and that's the problem. Shreyash is not going to make it because of the fact that the T20 side that has come is, the T20 side was set. They own that series in South Africa. They own the home series against England at home. And then you see that even with the squad that we have picked up, with the inclusion of Shubman Gill, whom the PCCI wants to be a three-former player, which is the issue, which is a huge issue actually. But the fact that because you have actually given him the responsibility of the vice captaincy, he has to open now. Sanju Samson has to, go out of the side or go out of the playing 11 on most occasions. So even from the set team, you have to cut someone out. How can you bring someone new from the outside of the 15 member? Even if he has scored thousands runs or whatever, run 600 odd runs in the IPL, so many runs for Mumbai in the last March. But the fact is very simple that you cannot bring someone in just because he has been in good touch. You cannot drop someone who has done nothing wrong. So I'm really satisfied. The only man that I am missing is Yashasvi Jaiswal. No one else. I know Yashasvi is in the standbys, but I miss him 50-member squad because he has all the skills and ability to earn success in the shortest format. Apart from that, I am absolutely happy with the entire squad.
Correct. As in, this was a 15-member squad, so it was a stricter one, wherein some had to miss out. You couldn't really include because of that criteria of 15-member. But as Shubhro said, that this wouldn't be the template that might you see for the World Cup, because there would be a lot of chopping and changes that we would be seeing in, because there are more games to play that lead to the World Cup. Now next, moving on to Ritom, what I would love to hear from him would be, what is your probable 11 that you might be seeing playing most of the matches of Asia Cup?
Of course. Thank you, Abhipsha, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I think I have prepared I have jotted down a list where there are probable 11 is there. So for me, Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma are going to open the batting lineup, the obvious choice. And then at number 3, Tilak Verma is there. Then comes the captain of the squad, Surya Kumar Yadav, and then followed by Shivam Dube and Hardik Pandya. Then as the wicket-keeper of the squad, I would pick Jitesh Sharma. Then the spinners in the spinning department, I would have Akshar Patel and Varun Chakrabarti, to be very honest. And I may have Kuldeep Yadav also in the squad, but I think the left and right combination of Varun and Akshar will give us an edge over Kuldeep. Then the pacer department would be controlled by Arshdeep Singh and Jasprit Bumrah. So this is my team. Of course, people may argue that Sanju Samson deserves a spot in the squad. I think he should, but the way Jitesh Sharma has played in the last IPL, I think, of course, he deserves a spot in the squad for me. He's an absolutely beast of a finisher. So this is my probable 11. Of course, OGGG is there. So this may not turn into a very realistic squad. He might add Harshit Rana or Rinku Singh, this kind of players also in the squad, but I'll not speak anything about that now. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so there are few of the out of the box names also that have done rounds on the internet regarding having them in the squad or not. So two of the names that I have actually picked up, and I would love to hear out from you guys that whether they should have been able to make it in the squad, and if so, yes, then who should they have replaced and they could have made it then. So the first one is Rajat Patidar from the inaugural team RCB, who won this year, the captain. So he has been in the discussion for a very long time regarding being that number 5, 6th position, who could play the role of an anchor if there is an abrupt wicket falling happening up in the order. So Ritam, I'll go with you, and I would love to hear it from you that Rajat Patidar, do you think that there was any chance for him, and if so, yes, then who would he have replaced, and how the order might have looked with Rajat?
Of course, when I talk about Rajat Patidar, I must clarify one thing, that I am a huge fan of Rajat Patidar, and the answer might be biased, but I think, of course, if you see, Rajat Patidar is a very good technical player. I mean, he has all the skills, and of course, he's known to be a beast player against spin. I mean, he has an incredible ability to hit against the spinners. But of course, if you see in the last IPL, he was an IPL winning captain, but he scored runs in the first few matches, but then again, his runs dried up. He could not keep up the consistency. So of course, in the squad, there are players who deserve the spot more than Rajat Patidar, but we could have chosen him as an option of spin hitting monster or something like that. But I think there are players who performed better. Of course, at the end of the day, performance matters more than talent, and that's why Rajat Patidar was not picked. Shortly, I would like to talk about another player, Shai Sudarshan. He played brilliantly, but he also did not deserve a spot in the squad. So cricket is a funny game. Things happen like that. Okay.
Sure that. There is one more player, and Shubhro, I would love to hear it from you. Views about that, whether he could have been in the squad or not, and that is Ravi Bishnoi.
No, very simple one word answer, no. Obviously, the fact that I don't think Kuldeep would get a chance in the playing 11 at the opening game for sure. Against, I think they're playing against the UAE. Not sure, maybe September 10 is the sure for, but I don't think Kuldeep is getting a chance in the starting 11. Varun is making it. So even when they play against Pakistan, I don't see them going with 3 spinners. So on most occasions, Kuldeep is going to warm the benches. So it's hard to believe that you will get a 4th spinner in the side. Yeah, if Ravi Bishnoi would have come, who would have he replaced? Kuldeep? No. Kuldeep is better bowler than him. Varun? No. Varun's record or the recent past, what he has done for Tamil Nadu, TNPL, for Kolkata, wherever he has played or whichever team he has featured for, he has done excellently well. Middle overs, power play, death overs, these bowlers are excellent. So these are the things that you have to keep an eye on before selection. And he's not going to replace a all-rounder like Akshar Patel. So there is no way Ravi Bishnoi would have. I mean, he has to, or he will have this age on his side. So that's a good thing that he will need to wait and work on a little bit of his skills. He didn't bowl well for Lucknow in the last season. I don't think there are many certain periods where Rishabh Pant didn't bowl his full quota of 4 overs. That was some of the concern that the franchise captain hasn't really bowled his premier spinner. So someone who has retained by the franchise hasn't bowled 4 overs. That's a bit of a concern. So I don't think he would have made the Indian squad at any point for the Asia Cup.
Sure. That. With that, we are coming to an end on this discussion. So basically, I think the entire outrage that we saw over the internet for the last few days after the selection squad was being out, it also gives us an understanding to the fact that the pool of talent right now for India is that good that for every position there is like 2-3 players who are in the race of the contest to make into it, and it's fan wars are going on regarding their favorite idols not being able to being in the team. So it's like saying that India can actually produce. We all know that in due sincerity that Asia Cup is not one of the most quality tournaments when it comes to, because like the teams that are playing into it apart from India are very basic for that matter of fact. So in that sense we can actually say that India can actually send their B team or a C team with the left out players and still maybe go and win the matches. So that is how rich the talent pool of India right now is. So it's a bright future that we see of India ahead right now. With this, we end our discussion. On to the next videos. Please stay tuned with us as we bring to you more and more creating stories. Thank you.